can see you on that one, but on this one you weren't showing up.
Hey there, Kitchen Mutants. It is Sunday afternoon. This feels very strange to say that. I am your favorite Daddyman in the kitchen. That can only mean one thing. It is time for Mutant Cafe's special live Sunday event, Daddyman's first attempt at making homemade pasta. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's Sunday afternoon. It's family time. You probably have a lot of options right now, so I appreciate you being here for this special event. We're saying 2 hours. I do not know that it's going to take the full 2 hours. It's definitely going to take an hour and 15 to an hour and a half for sure to make this pasta. We are going to make, like I said, homemade pasta. I have watched and read so much on making homemade pasta in the past week. It's not even funny. Hubs has watched some videos 3 or 4 times now, the good ones at least. I feel like I know what we need to do here. Turn it down. I'm gonna leave that on. We're trying something new. We just want to do some Sunday content, some Sunday dinner kind of content. Maybe a few big dishes. Expand. Do the longer live episodes. Some dishes that I've always wanted to try. I don't know how often this is going to happen. It's going to be an every once in a while thing. If you guys like it today. So it is my first time making pasta, which I've never done before. Let's do the ingredients as we always do. It's really quite simple. The board looks kind of full right now, but there is not a lot going on here. You're going to need 2 cups of flour. Now, the one major thing that I've seen in reading about how to do this, I'm going to throw a lot of factoids out. I'm definitely a science nerd when it comes to the cooking. There are 3 different kinds of flour that you can use. There's semolina, which is very traditional, and it gives you that nice bite in your pasta. If you like al dente pasta, that's definitely the flour you would want to try to use. However, A, it is hard to find, B, it is expensive, and C, it's actually the harder flour to use as far as the process. So since we're starting for the first time, I think a lot of us, if anyone's cooking with me, I think Brittany said she was going to cook. I'm not sure if anyone else, there were a few other people who were thinking about it. So if you are going to do this with us, we decided to scratch that one. So there's also double O flour, which is a really, really fine flour. It's, I know flour feels very floury, light, airy. This is even more so. That's also good, but again, hard to find and expensive. So I figured especially with the conditions being what they are right now and everybody being kind of locked up a little bit and food being a little harder to get for some people, we just go with the absolute normal all-purpose flour that you probably have in your pantry. You're also going to need olive oil. We've talked about olive oil before. We're only going to need about a tablespoon of that, maybe slightly more, maybe slightly less. You're going to need 2 whole large eggs and then 6 of the yolks. The whites, again, we've talked about that before. Put in an egg, you get it in the freezer. They last forever. Make an omelet. Don't waste it. That's it. That's literally it. Kosher sea salt. That's it. That is what we need for the pasta. Over here, I have what I'm going to use for a sauce. I'm going to walk you through this sauce. Obviously, use whatever sauce you like. We are going to make a pork sausage with garlic and thyme and butter. We're going to keep it super simple. This is homemade pasta, super flavorful, and we want to experience a pasta, so we're going with something real light and easy. If you needed some suggestions, I would say just do a really light marinara. If you have a can of crushed tomatoes, or if you have some fresh tomatoes, or tomato paste, just make a super simple, little bit of Italian herbs, salt and pepper, maybe some onion and garlic if you like it. That's it. Keep it simple. You want to try and taste the pasta here. You could also just do garlic and butter. Literally, that would be amazing on this. Maybe some parsley, some rosemary, some thyme. So I'm going to get this all out of the way because this is coming later. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to do the fun part, which hopefully is making the pasta. So let's get this out of the way. So these Sundays are going to be super easy breezy. We've got time to breathe. I'm not going to rush. We're going to make it together. And you are going to actually, at the very end of the episode, you should be eating your food or about ready to eat your food. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. Coffee today. It was a rough 2 nights, Friday night and Saturday night, partying with the Mutant family and doing the live tweet thing for Friday Night Frights and for Killer Saturday. Both of them were a blast. Thank you for being here. If you were there. If you are in the chat room and you have questions, Hubs is at the keyboard. Just make sure you at Cafe Mutant, and then he'll see it. It highlights the question for him. So let's get started. Basically, if you've seen anything about homemade pasta, you've probably seen this. What we're going to do, this is a nice clean board. Oh, you're also going to need a bench scraper, rolling pin, and measuring cups, and fork. And and plastic wrap as well. So we're going to get this out of the way for now. I'm going to keep the bench scraper. Trying to get myself a little organized here. That's the first thing we want to do. So this is the super cool, sexy part where we put the flour down on the board. We're going to make a well. All the egg and the oil and the salt is going to go in the center. And then we're just slowly going to start pulling that flour and incorporating it into the egg. Very, very slowly. Should take, I think, 4 or 5 minutes, according to what I've read. Everybody, there's a million videos online that you can watch. If you're going to watch another one of these, get some more advice on how to make the fresh pasta. Go with the, where you get your recipes. I love New York Times. I like Tasty. There's the American Kitchen that does all the testing and stuff. There's tons of different sources. So check them out online. Go with people you know. Their advice and their procedures vary, but you can definitely see some consistent steps. So that's what I'm trying to kind of do. We'll see how it goes. Take your ring off. First things first, we need to get the 2 large eggs in here. I'm going to get this bowl. This is where I'm going to put the egg whites, and this is where the yolks are going to go. But first we need 2 whole eggs. Make sure your eggs are fresh. I always use organic eggs. Okay, that's the 2 whole. And the fire truck. Whoa. And that's why I have some extra here, although I just did put my finger. All right. Clean hands. You all saw me wash my hands. And yes, again, we talked about this. You can get a little tool for this, but I think your hands are fine. Okay, we need 6 of these. So there's 1. Nope. Okay. These are room temperature. Focused. Focused on the eggs. See, Wendy is here. Thanks, Wendy. Chris is awake. Chris, it's 6 o'clock your time. I'm surprised you're awake. One more after this. This is one of the things that varied greatly in the recipes and the different procedures is how many eggs were going in here. There's always a 2 whole, but it definitely varied greatly how many yolks. I think this is going to give it a really rich flavor with all these yolks. But yeah, again, always organic, especially for something like this. I would totally, splurge and get the organic. We'll wash this up. We're listening to Mountain Butterfly. Hopefully YouTube will let me keep that in. So here, again, you want to make sure we're keeping the board nice and clean because that's where we're going to be doing the majority of the pasta making is on the board. Okay, we're done with these. Great, and we need the 2 cups of flour. And again, we're going to make kind of a volcano.
Jer wants to know if you leave the gun and take the cannoli when you're done.
Godfather reference. Cannolis sound good. It's 3. These are 1/3 cups because they fit in the jar. I know you guys like it when I measure things out. And as you can see, I'm being kind of loosey-goosey with this. I'm not knifing it off to make sure it's exact. That's it for the flour. We're going to need this for the board later, so keep it handy. Great. Nice pinch of salt goes in here. And a tablespoon of olive oil. And again, keep the olive oil handy because depending on how this dough looks, we might need a little more, a little less. And we are going to, first things first, let's go ahead and make this into, and you should see board at the bottom. Whatever your cutting board is should be seen in the bottom of this well. Because again, we're incorporating really slowly. I'm going to try to keep this side down so you guys can kind of see in there. Right now, it just kind of looks like a big white blob. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. All right, and we are going to whisk this up. Just because I did see a few people putting the whole eggs into the well and mixing it up, but that looked like a professional move. And since this is the first time we're doing this, I'm going to make it a little easier and get that all mixed up ahead of time. And it's just going to go right in that well. Again, just kind of build that wall up so it doesn't escape. Woo. All right. Okay. And here we go. This is just slowly incorporating. This is going to take 5 or so minutes. So I've got the music going. I'm kind of concentrating, so Whoa, and we have a breach already. Get a breach, just kind of pull some flour over it. Get it built back up. It's going to be messy. It's breaching over there. Well, they said it was going to be messy. You can kind of thicken up the eggs that's escaping with the flour. It doesn't go as far. Great. Wow. It's like I feel like an egg cowboy right now, trying to wrangle them back into the pen. All right, there we go. We're just gonna slowly incorporate. Boy, it certainly didn't look pretty, did it? But it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. All this flour is slowly starting to incorporate in here. Okay. See how it's starting to kind of come together? How well you can see that. Can you pull that light up? No, it pivots. I want it up towards the ceiling, please. You get too much light. There we go. That helps a little bit. Yeah. All right, it's coming together. That's what this bench scraper is for here. We can start to kind of, fork is kind of small at this point, so this will let you just kind of pull everything up. It's almost like it's like a crumble now, like if you were making a fruit tart. It's kind of the consistency now, almost like a sugar cookie dough, it feels like at this point. It's definitely coming together. Start working it with my hands a little bit, pulling it into a ball. All right. Now, I am not an expert because, again, this is the first time. If this feels a little dry to me, I'm going to go a little more olive oil. See if this works. If this doesn't work, I'm going to go maybe another egg. Just feels too crumbly at this point. It should. I know we got to work it here for about 15 minutes. We're going to knead this 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, this looks better already. All right, so I am going to start kneading it, I think. Pick up all this. Oh, this was good. And again, because there's so few ingredients, like make sure you're using a good olive oil. We talked about the eggs. Make sure you're using nice, fresh, organic farm if you can get them once the farmers markets open back up. All right, I'm going to clean this board really quick. All right, this is going to be the workout portion of the video. This is going to be, like I said, about 10 minutes of kneading. I'm going to show you the two different methods that I saw that I like the best. All right. Just want your board to kind of be clean, flour it down, nothing sticking. Okay. Get a little more flour on the board. Oh, there we go. All right. Flour down the board so it doesn't stick. All right, so basically, you don't want to be too rough with it, what I saw, but you do want to kind of, you're going to put the palm of your hand away from you, and then you're going to turn it 90 degrees, pull it over, and then do it again. Yeah, I can already feel the difference in the texture. Starting to get a little more elastic as it gets kneaded. Interesting. All right, we're gonna do this for like 10 minutes. Who has a question, comment? What's going on in the chat room?
Jer said his wife would be good at this. She's very needy.
Poor Lizzie. Ask him how he's watching. Sophia watching? My brother in the chat room.
Well, you just asked, so I don't need to. If he's watching, he heard you.
Huh?
He just heard you, probably.
Oh yeah, you probably did. I guess Jay doesn't have to ask you when I say it out loud. All right. The other method that we saw is you kind of go this way and then this way. Yeah, I don't know. Called it the heart method. Interesting. Back and forth that way. I don't know if I like that as much. Yeah, I think I like the traditional one and a half. What's in reach?
Jared just said that Soph said, she said it's Uncle Brian on Daddy's iPad TV.
Hey, Sophia. Poor little girl's probably going crazy. Anyone with kids, I don't know how Hubs and I are having enough fun with just the two of us. I can't imagine having children. Poor little girl upstairs, running constantly. Yeah, it's definitely getting much more elastic. I can feel it's got a spring to it. Whew. Wasn't really timing it.
You've been about 6 minutes.
I've been kneading for 6 minutes?
Yeah.
You feel like that? I mean, we're only 25 minutes into the show. All right, so what's going to happen when we're done with this? It's going to go in the refrigerator to rest for 30 minutes.
Sophia says hi.
Sophia says hi. Hi, Sophia. Are you watching Uncle Brian make pasta? Daddy's iPad?
iPad TV. She keeps
iPad TV.
She's hiding it on the TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My brother just got a iTV or Apple TV. Kind of handy. We like ours a lot. You have an iPhone. It's very functional to pass back and forth between them. Apple, iPad. All right. Saw that picture last night. Someone has an old 1970s TV somehow hooked up to take USBs and things, and they've got a Fire Stick on it, so they can watch all this content on their old 1970s TV. It was pretty cool. Yeah, this is a workout. Coming together nicely, though. I love this color. See how it went from orange to, or excuse me, white to this nice buttery yellow. So what's everybody making for dinner tonight? Sunday. You guys still having Sunday dinners? Now that we're together 24/7? Or the family's pretty much in separate rooms at this point? Again, you don't want to be too rough with this, but you definitely want to be firm. And it's starting to kind of come together into a smooth ball. What's going to happen is we're going to poke into it, and if it stays indented for a while before springing back, that's what we're looking for. Is that Pete?
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
So I think we're having NABE. I don't know what that is.
What's that?
He said he thinks that they're having NABE.
NABD.
BE. NABE.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I just asked.
All right. Is anyone doing this? Anyone said they're doing it? Brittany, are you making this? She's still in the chat room?
She's in here, yeah. I saw her earlier. It's a Japanese stew.
Oh, yum, yum, yum. Pete makes amazing Japanese food. Makes me jealous. I would kill for some homemade noodles.
It's pronounced nabe.
Gotcha. Yum.
Brittany is here. She said she's kneading away.
Did you make more pizza rolls, Brittany? Brittany had her pizza rolls from last night for breakfast. I completely endorse that. Do what makes you happy. All right, you can also do this in a food processor, but you still got to do the kneading part. But bringing it together can be done in a food processor. Probably a lot less messy than what I had going on there.
Brittany said that they were incredible, and Pete said he will FedEx us some of the nabe.
Right on. I would take you up on that. Yeah, I got a dude that follows Mutant Cafe in New England that can't get yeast. So the next time we go to the store, I'm going to get him some yeast and mail it out. He wants making bread, but he's running out of yeast. I have not done any bread yet. Ready though. We get that brand new pan. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of pulling it up under itself to kind of make a ball. It's pretty good, yeah? Yeah? All right, we're going to test it here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it did. It sprung back here, ready? And then a nice, slow bounce back. That's exactly what you want. Right on. So it worked.
Jared said that yeast is gone in Michigan too, and flour has been hard to find.
Really? Bro, I'll get you some yeast. My mom's been busy all weekend making us all masks, which is awesome. Jared's constantly making bread. Just making me jealous. All right, my friend. The plastic wrap. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in plastic wrap, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for half an hour. Then we're gonna jump over to the sauce, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna roll this out. So little break for the pasta.
Oh, Jared said he has 6 packs.
You what?
He has 6 packs.
Make sure this is wrapped up really good. Stupid plastic wrap. Definitely have to make sure this is wrapped. Apparently, this dough dries out really, really easily, and we do not want it to dry out at all. All right, in the fridge. For 30 minutes. So someone holla when it's 6 o'clock. It can go in there longer. It can go in there up to overnight as long as it's nice and tightly wrapped. We're just going to let what's going on right now, I guess, is it's relaxing a bit. The proteins, the elasticity, I don't know, relaxing. Flour all over my shirt. All right, so we're going to jump into the sauce. Let's get this pan up to medium. And again, we got pork and thyme, onion, garlic. This is parm for later. Butter, olive oil. That's our sauce. You could do whatever you want. I didn't include a sauce in the ingredients, just that you should have a sauce. So use whatever you want. There's some great jar sauces nowadays too. We got one, well, for the pizza, that was a jarred sauce, super chunky for the pizza rolls. Super, super chunky, really good. You're gonna do a half a stick of butter, about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, medium pan. And let's cut the onion. You've seen me do it a million times.
Jer says sweet or savory bread.
What's up?
Sweet or savory bread from Jer.
Sweet or savory bread. Savory. Yeah. Are we getting bread in the mouth? Thanks, bro. I won't say no. Hey, let's cut this onion. Get this caked up. Okay, normally, when I cut the garlic, I would dice it up. I think today I'm gonna go really super thin slices. Reason being, I kind of almost want it to dissolve in that olive oil. Is that in Godfather? Where they're in jail and the one dude's job, oh, that was Casino, right? The one dude's job is to sit there with the razor blade and like cut it so thin that you could see through it. That's why you want it to kind of meld into that olive oil. It kind of disappears almost. Nice fine dice on this.
Goodfellas, not Casino.
Goodfellas, yeah. We just watched Casino. How good is that? That was a great movie. Forgot how good that is. With Joe Bob Briggs. Joe Bob Briggs kind of is the guy who screws the main character, ultimately. Joe Bob Briggs starts like the dominoes falling. It's pretty funny. He's got 4 scenes, 3 lines. What are you doing, Lobos? All right, garlic. So because we're going to cut this kind of thin, we're not going to go the whole crushing of the skin method that you usually see me do. I try to actually go from the root end, which is the knobby end. You can press down on it, just press down on it very lightly, just to get that skin to kind of pop off. These are good garlic. When you're, because you're going to the grocery store less, more infrequently right now, when you're grabbing your garlic, make sure that paper that encases the garlic is on there super, super tight. The tighter that paper is, the fresher and newer the garlic is. And that means it's going to last longer. It will eventually, even this one, start getting a little sprout on it. It's growing. It's no big deal. Just cut the little sprout off. Not hurting anything. Doesn't mean the garlic's bad. The garlic's bad when it starts getting really brown, rancid, kind of mushy sometimes, or gets big like blemishes on it. Then the garlic is done. But garlic's pretty hardy. It lasts for quite a while. Cool, dry place, like in a pantry. We have ours in a pantry, in a little wicker basket that can breathe. Same with onions, nice tight skin. No rotted ends or pieces. All right, we're gonna go super thin with this. Yeah, I don't know if I could see myself through it, but it's pretty thin. Joe Bob is coming back on Friday. Is Chris still in there?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, who's the wrestler dude that's on the premiere? I don't know anything about wrestling. I just know everybody's excited. Nobody?
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. There you go. He's co-hosting. I think I saw that word used. The premiere on Friday. I'll be back in the kitchen Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, making state fair food, jalapeno poppers stuffed with pimento cheese. All right, let's get this turned down. Touch. Butter is pretty much melted. So we're gonna get that onion in there. Onion first. This garlic will burn. Great, pretty thin. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're good.
I'm watching the time.
What's up?
I'm watching the time.
Watch it. Okay. Onion in there. Should get a nice sizzle. So yeah, this is just a basic sauce. I got that onion nice and small diced. I want all of these ingredients to be super small because I want the pasta to be the star here. A little bit of salt on these onions. When you salt an onion, it's gonna pull the moisture out. Gonna cause it to brown a little more. Some pepper. Okay. Haven't seen any live tweets going on tonight. We talked about doing opera after this, but I don't know if that caught any buzz. If anybody's interested, let me know. I think we're hitting maybe a little bit of live tweet fatigue. I'm feeling it at least. Almost every night, fun. But of course, speaking of which, starting on Monday, we're live tweeting The Last Drive-In every single night, double feature. Tomorrow night is the very first Last Drive-In movie ever shown on Shudder. It is Tourist Trap from the original Marathon. And then we're also doing what I think most people consider what's left streaming as the most fun of the evening, which is Demone. Obviously one of Joe Bob's favorites. He talks a lot in that one. Lots of good info. It's fun. That'll be a fun time. Starting at 9 o'clock Eastern time, just like Joe Bob. Tuesday is a powerhouse. We are doing from Dinners of Death, which was the next appearance of Joe Bob. We are doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then from the first Joe Bob Christmas special, we are doing Phantasm 1. That's on Tuesday. Fun.
Mutant Theater said Demons is one of the best.
Yeah, for sure, right? So much fun to tweet. A lot of fun. It's a crazy movie.
Jer will make us cheddar garlic bread to go with the jalapeno poppers.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm not saying no to that. All right, so these are slowing down nicely. Then Wednesday, for the last drive-in rewind, we're doing Halloween 1 from the Halloween Hoot Nanny, just this past October. And then from the new Christmas special, we are doing Black Christmas, which is also super fun to tweet. And then on Thursday, the night before the last Drive-In Season 2 premiere, we are doing from Season 1. Now I have to think about what movies we're doing. Oh, we're ending with Prom Night 2. I don't remember what the first movie is.
Halloween?
No.
Wednesday?
Thursday.
Oh,
I honestly don't remember. How funny is that? It'll come to me. Maybe. Maybe not. Or maybe someone can look it up. All right, so nice and sweated. We're going to get this pork sausage in. It's going to add another layer of kind of fat in there. And again, we want salt and pepper on this pork. Not quite so much salt, but just a touch. A lot of pepper. Get this nice and round up. Chop it as you're doing it.
Should you turn on the water?
No, not yet. So,
Society and Prom Night 2.
there you go. Society. Duh.
Thank
Society.
Thank
The
you, Wendy.
most fun tweetable.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, Society is right on. Come on. Shunting. The Mutant family literally got the word shunting trending in the United States when that first aired. That attention must be paid. Keep forgetting the camera's over here. All right. So we're going to brown the sausage up nice and crispy. I'm going to leave it alone so it gets a nice brown. And I think we're going to put the garlic in now too. Yum, is that smell good? That smells like pasta. Done cutting? No, we got pasta. Time here. Wendy, what are you having for dinner? I can almost see the screen. If we brought it up a little bit, if I can see it.
Let's not go crazy. She hasn't decided yet.
I mean, honestly, if I wasn't doing this, we wouldn't know yet either. Some days I tried to make a menu this week. I always have a menu for the entire week. That way we can go to the grocery store once and get the majority of the stuff. That's normal circumstances. During all this mess, we completely didn't even, we bought enough stuff for a couple weeks and knew that we had stuff in there. And I just bought staple foods that I knew I could make a ton of different stuff with. And we did not make a menu. But I tried last week and that was pointless too.
She said probably scrambled eggs to have some protein.
Yum.
Mutant Theater had a boring salad.
Boring salad. Wah, wah. Nothing wrong with salad. You're saying salad in general is boring, or your particular salad was boring? Chris probably doesn't like salad.
Because it's compared to pasta.
So,
Is salad is boring compared to pasta.
I mean, can't always be pasta night. I would not be doing this if I wasn't doing it live. Maybe I would be. I'm getting a little bored not cooking. I miss the routine of cooking every day. We've been doing some carry out to help the drivers, help the local businesses who are obviously struggling right now. All right, I think we're gonna get the thyme in here now. Some lemon in here. No. Just breaking the sausage up. This is gonna be it. There's no big sauce going on here. I might put just a touch of stock in here, but that's about it.
I say add more butter.
Excuse me?
I say add more butter.
Oh yeah, that butter's going in at the end. We're definitely gonna get some pasta water in here. I'm just gonna let this cook now. How you doing? We got about 10 minutes before that pasta comes out. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this cook down. Clean up a little bit. And then we get to the exciting part, the rolling of the pasta. It's the part I'm the most nervous about. I'm not a great roller. We've talked about this before. I'm not a huge baker. It's just funny because my mom is definitely an awesome baker. I just never, it's too precise to me. That's why I was kind of intrigued by this pasta. Not baking, but you know, it's making that level from scratch. But then again, it's just throw a bunch of stuff in. It wasn't that bad. You saw. We'll see how it rolls out. That's the part I'm very scared of.
Mutant Foodie said, "Is it really a sauce that you're making?"
Is it really a sauce?
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be. I'm gonna put some, like I said, stock and some pasta water, and it's definitely gonna get some butter. So yeah, it's like a sauce. It's not a red sauce. There's no tomatoes in it. Yes, it's gonna get a lot of butter, but that pasta's gonna suck it up. It's gonna be good. So ready to start growing herbs. Just trying to keep herbs for 3 or 4 weeks in the fridge is not easy. Get nice and crispy here. Kind of see, it's kind of cooking down. Get nice and crispy. More fire trucks. It's a station not too far from here. Okay. What is that? Oh. Hot onion. All right. Any questions? Anybody have any questions on anything else other than pasta? Any food questions? Saw some of those pizza rolls last night. They look good. Stacy did half batch, I think. Brittany did a whole batch. Brittany did 2 batches. I think it was halfway through Slumber Party 2, Slumber Party Massacre 2. Brittany was making a second batch. Could have been Sorority House Massacre.
Cool. Brittany said she got a little behind, and could you run down the sauce you're doing one more time, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a yellow onion. It's a half stick of butter, tablespoon or 2 of olive oil in a pan, medium heat. Small dice of yellow onion, medium yellow onion. I always use Vidalia. It's a little sweeter. This is 3/4 pound of sausage and 3 garlic cloves, diced up really small. Onion goes in the pan first. Start softening it up a couple minutes. Then we went in with the pork sausage. Couple minutes, starting to brown up. Then kick the heat up. Put your garlic in. Put your thyme in, and then I'm just cooking this so everything gets nice and crispy. I want that sausage to start getting a little bit of a kind of a char on it. In fact, I'm gonna stop touching it. Make sure your pan's not overly crowded, or it's just gonna steam more than it's gonna crisp up. And make sure you got your heat up pretty high. And then later, when we put the pasta in, we're gonna put in about half a cup of the starch water, and we're also gonna put in some butter. And I may put in a little bit of chicken stock. No,
6 minutes for the
Hub said no.
You got 6 minutes for the pasta.
Yeah, you want to taste pasta? We're going real basic here.
Brittany said thank you.
You're welcome. We're pressing this down, making sure there's a lot touching the bottom of the pan. Nice and crispy. And I think now we're gonna get our water boiling. I've got a big pot, salted water. We're gonna get that up to a boil at this point. That way it is waiting for us and we are not waiting for it. So what's everybody watching tonight? That's a better question. What's everybody watching? Some horror suggestions. Jay just watched Lights Out. What'd you think, Jay? Hubs.
It was good.
Yeah. Maria Bello. That's all right. I've heard the short is amazing. It's a little short that got that funded. It's supposed to be terrifying. The little kid was annoying me. I'm pretty finicky about my little kid actors in horror movies.
Mutant Theater said he's watching opera either way.
Oh, right on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm game with watching it next. It's definitely an awesome movie.
Yay.
So we can watch it after this. I was just like, yay. You can watch it while we eat it, and you can clean up during the ending. It's a pretty gnarly movie. It's one of Argento's, in my opinion, most masochistic. Love it, though. It's Phantom of the Opera. Shoot, I should be playing Phantom of the Opera. Or I could be playing opera. I wonder if there's opera. I'm going to check.
Yeah, the butterfly is an opera.
Well, I mean, opera soundtrack. No, there's Repo the Genetic Opera. That's a whole different thing. No, it's not on here. Damn. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, well. But yeah, I'm down with that. If you guys want to watch it. Brittany's never seen it. You're in for a treat, Brittany.
Yeah.
There we go. We're getting a nice scald on this now. Exactly what I want to see. Very good. I love lemon thyme. Adds a nice little. Oh. Yeah, opera sounds good. You've convinced me. Wasn't sure if people were getting a little live tweeted out. We'd mentioned opera when we first announced this. But, again, we tweeted a ton on Friday night. We tweeted a ton on Saturday night. Didn't know if everybody would still want it on Sunday. I'm good with that. I know Lurking Transmission's got a tweet going on later. But, yeah. We're getting pretty close. So you're going to need a rolling pin. You are going to need flour.
Jerry said he loves nap time.
And I'm going to pre-do my plastic wrap since it hates me.
You don't need any more plastic.
Yeah, for that. Yep. You want to, what we're going to do is we're going to take the dough and we're going to cut it into 6 pieces. So we're not working with a big, gigantic sheet of dough when we're rolling it out. And you want to make sure you're constantly keeping everything covered with plastic wrap or it'll dry out. In fact, how's that looking there? Not drying out at all, right? Okay. Yeah, I hate plastic wrap. So we're about an hour in. Cut that pasta. Yeah, look about an hour and a half.
That pasta only takes a couple minutes.
Well, trying to know how the rolling goes.
Yeah.
Let's all start crossing our fingers for the rolling. Once you get a snag at plastic wrap, you never go back. Ugh. Here, seriously. Just one big piece, please. Use the scissors.
How did you do this?
There's some things I just can't do. Here, will you take these, please? Thank you. You're also going to need your knife to cut the pasta. I have a pasta machine, believe it or not, that I've had for 20 years. It was expensive, and I was like, "Oh, a pasta machine! I want one. I'm going to use it." I've never used it. So after this, I want to try the hand roll first. The plastic. I want to try the hand roll first. I'll do the machine probably next time. The nice thing about the machine is it has blades on it, so I can cut different lengths and things. We're going to make a linguine. Linguine's the easiest.
Hold this.
Did you get it?
Yes, I got scissors. Just hold this.
Thank you. Okay. Well, that was fun. It's getting super brown. I love it. I like my sausage nice and crispy.
Jerry said he'll send us a box of plastic wrap with the bread.
Thanks, bro. We have it. It's just we don't like it.
Well, you probably like that one your mom has with that.
My mom has this ginormous box. It's got like a cutter on it. She's had it for like years. I think she just replaced it, right? For the first time. It was like a big deal. For like half a decade with the plastic wrap. Cool.
6:02 pasta should come out.
All right. Yep. Time for the pasta. I'm gonna let this keep cooking. Clean up the bench scraper. All right. Little flour on the board. nice and soft. Nice. Cool. It's firmed up a little bit. Again, we're going to cut this in thirds, or excuse me, 6. This one half. And thirds. Okay. Great, and the fun begins. That off to the side. Right. First thing first, we kind of pressed it out a little bit. This is nice. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. Looks like a glove. Michigan. Kind of a start of like a oval. Get flour everything. Everyone repeated. Flour everything. Flour your dough. Flour your board. Flour your shirt. All right. I'm just gonna start gently rolling. Now we want this paper, beyond paper thin. Should be able to see our hand through this pasta. Reason being, it's going to suck up some of the water, obviously. So we don't want to puff up. Those big giant puffy noodles you get in the noodle soup, we're not going for that. All right, so other thing I saw that I liked a lot, little hint, was this is kind of not going in a rectangle, it's staying in an oval. So to make it a rectangle, we'll go sideways like this, and then one end over, other end over. Okay, sort of like an envelope. And now we're gonna roll, and we've got 2 straight square sides. All right, just gonna keep rolling this out. Keep going. If it's sticking to your pen, make sure you get some more flour on it. Same thing with the board. This way. Getting pretty thin. Almost. Just about see my hand through it. Stir. Here we go. Yeah, it really gives nicely. Keeping that color. Yep, I'm starting to be able to see the grain in the board through the pasta, so we're definitely where we need to be
Pete said, "Move over, Chef Boyardee. There's a new pasta maker in town."
Chef Boyardee. I like SpaghettiOs. I have no problem with SpaghettiOs, although I haven't had them in a long time, but I'm a big fan. All right, let's see. Yep. See, you can see my hand through that. Cool. I think we're there. Just gonna hit this bottom part just a touch more. And then what we're gonna do, this is so easy peasy. We're going to flour this down. Wow, came out pretty good. A little bit of flour here. Just gonna make a nice little pile here. Keep eating that. A little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. And we are going to very gently fold it over several times. Again, very gently. Don't press it down because we don't want this to mush together. All right, and we're going to take the knife, very gently cut it to the thickness of the pappardelle or linguine, all the way through. And we are going to take it, and here you go. Not as elegantly as they did it, but there is your pasta. Oops. There we go. All right, there's the first batch. And then now we're just going to repeat. Make sure this has some flour on it.
Get into a little nest.
There you go. Make a little nest. Put that off to the side. Get it covered with some plastic wrap, and that is batch one. Right on. Repeat. This is smelling so good. Okay, do it again. Start rolling. We're gonna take it again, fold one side in, fold the other side in. Nice rectangle. Yeah, you could be a little rough with it. I was being kind of gentle with it at the beginning, but you could definitely be a little rough with it. Make it stretch out. It's great. Very spongy. It definitely snaps back, which is good. Nice elastic. Cool. Really nicely. Picking up flour. I think that's helping. Getting there. Okay, see the board pretty well.
I can't with this computer. I can see what you're doing perfectly.
Say again.
I can see what you're doing perfectly from the screen.
Okay. getting there. You can see the grain up top here. Stick into the thing, flour it up, on top. Okay. Touch more. There we go. All right, one more time. A little bit of flour. And very gently folding. Okay. Knife. Go. Great. Here we go. Nice. They're rustic. They're not perfect. They shouldn't be perfect. They're homemade. Coat with a little bit of flour. Pretty little nest. There we go. Look at that. Homemade pasta. Yum. Perfect. Okay. Under the plastic wrap. I'm going to do maybe 2 more. Yep, and this is going to take like 2 to 3 minutes in that pan of boiling water, which, speaking of which, let's make sure we're boiling. Okay, bring that up. All right, 2 more. I would say let's do opera at 8 o'clock. It's what, 7:15 right now? Yeah, gotta work. Opera at 8 o'clock. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Can someone check for me? Chris, you still in there? Mutant Theater to the rescue.
He said it sounds good.
It's still on, is it on Amazon Prime?
He's checking.
Checking. Right on, thank you. And Chris, if you wouldn't mind tweeting that out, that would be awesome. Oh, you know what? I brought my phone. Well, when we get the pasta in, I'll tweet it out. But if somebody wants to tweet it out now, feel free. Fold it towards the inside, making it nice and rectangle. And just roll it.
It's on Prime.
Right on, Amazon Prime. Dario Argento's opera. It is his take on Phantom of the Opera, told with hard rock and some nasty, nasty kills, man. There's an eyeball. For those of you who have eyeball horror issues, I'm giving you a trigger warning right now because there is a doozy of a scene in this movie. It's with the Italian horror people and eyeballs. Probably have some. The eyeball is the soul of the human. By destroying the eyeball. Right? So if we had a machine, we would be done with this entire batch. So I can definitely see the advantage of the machine, but again, it's the first time I really kind of want to try it. Get myself in here. Man, am I getting a workout? I'm not going to be able to move tomorrow. My quarantine body is going to be like, what the hell? This is not sitting on the couch and eating. I tell you what, this is pretty easy. And knowing that dough can sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours, you could do this in the morning. The dough did not take that long. It would be even quicker in the food processor. Basically, you put everything in the food processor, whisk it for 30 seconds or so. It'll start coming together into a ball. And then you got to knead it, obviously. So you got a little bit of time there. But man, if you could get that stuff dumped into the food processor, that part would take 2-3 minutes. And then 10 minutes of kneading, throw it in the fridge. When you come home, do the rolling out. I could see doing this every time we have pasta. Absolutely, absolutely not. And he's Italian. Your grandfather would be disappointed. They have homemade pasta? Yeah. Hub's grandmother is Irish and had to learn how to cook Italian food when she got married. Because not only did she get her husband, but she got 5 brothers that she had to start cooking for. Okay, I'm going to turn this now because this is just about done. Just keep kitty. Okay, this one's almost done. Great. One guy had a cool technique on how he undid these. I don't remember what he did. Grab the ends.
He held it up,
Long
held
about.
it up like this and grabbed the end and then
Threw it out, kind of. Whatever. Not that fancy. You all know that. Wait, this might be enough, I think. What do you think? One more? I think it's a lot.
yeah, I think that's probably good. Unless you want to do one more, then that's up to you.
We'll boil it. I think we're gonna do. Yeah, I'll do one more. Quick. No talking. Rapid round. Go tweet that we're watching opera at 9 o'clock Eastern time on Amazon Prime. Daddyman's making pasta. Rally the troops, please. Pretty please. Your water's moving over. Got it. Water is boiling.
You said 8, right?
See?
For the movie, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern time. Yes, correct. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Does that work for everybody? We're going to be done here in about 15 minutes. Maybe even less.
Theater said thumbs up.
Sorry?
Theater said thumbs up. Brittany hit her exercise goal on her smartwatch from doing the rolling.
Right. I believe it. This is definitely an arm workout. Abs, too. You can feel it in your abs. So you want that six-pack, although you're going to eat the pasta, so it'll be under there, though. It'll be under that pasta fat belly. Still like this one. Hi. Trying to go fast here. Great. Rest of this, if you want to put that in the fridge, wrap it really tight. Please. All right, the sausage is way cooked down, nice and crispy. Yum. Flour this up. Last one. Because we got a huge one. And that is that. We're going to take all this pasta, big pan of salted boiling water. This is all going in. Hungry? Hey there. All right. 3 minutes. And we're going to take, let's get this cleaned up really quick.
Get your shirt cuff.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Here we go. Some mushrooms. Yeah, I can put them in now.
No, I think what you've got there is fine.
A touch more olive oil for a nice glossy consistency here. Chicken pasta. Oh, nice. Okay, we're gonna go 1 more minute on that. We're gonna get this butter, Parmesan cheese. This thing is covered in flour. Yeah, you should have worked those things. Woo! Covered in flour. All right, time to get the pasta. All right, really well drained. Here we go.
Mutant Foodie wants to know, how do you know when the pasta is cooked?
Take a little bite of it. Should still be al dente. I like it al dente. You could do a little, you could give it an extra minute or two. I like to have a nice little bite, but this is definitely, you can tell when it. Yeah, yum. It's also going to cook in this pan for a few minutes and absorb some more water, because I took a whole cup of that pasta water, which has a nice starchy base to it, that's going to make a sauce here. And that's going to absorb into the pasta as well. Finish it off. So you want it just slightly underdone. Little toothy. But again, I like mine a little chewy. If you like it a little more well done, I would leave it in for another minute or two. Okay, we're also going to put in butter. The very last minute here, I'm going to let some of this water absorb. Yum. A little bit of pepper. A lot of pepper, actually. I like it with pepper. Now we're going to go with this butter. Make it nice and glossy. Oh man, that looks good. Great. We are about a minute away from pasta time, y'all. Brittany, I hope you're doing okay.
She's good.
Good?
She asked a couple questions, I answered them.
What's up?
She asked a couple questions, I answered them.
Right on. Thank you. Okay, this is done. Man, this looks good. A little bit more butter to melt. We said half a stick of butter. All right, here we go. Trying to be gentle. There we go. That is homemade pasta with a nice little thyme, sausage, and garlic. Some parm on that. And that is your dish. There we go. There you go. That's the dish, homemade pasta. We did it. You can do it. I hope you're going to take this video and try it at home on your own. Take your time. It's not that hard. If I could do it, you can do it for sure. Thank you guys so much for trying this little Sunday experiment. If you like it, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. That way I can start doing on-the-go videos again. I can't do them right now on YouTube because I do not have the 1,000 subscribers that they require so that they know I'm not spam. So get your friends to subscribe, you subscribe, and please comment back on the Twitter feed that you enjoyed the show, if you did, and maybe occasionally every month or so, I will pick a new big dish that I would like to try that I've never tried before. What did I just say? Julia Child's Coco Van. I've never done. I would love to do that, and that is definitely an 1.5 to 2 hour process. Maybe Hub's lasagna. There's a lot of different things. I mean, I know how to do that one, but maybe I could keep experimenting and trying new things with you guys on Sundays if you like it every once in a while. So let me know you liked it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for coming and spending your Sunday with me. I appreciate it. I will see you in the tweets in about a half an hour. We're going to watch Dario Argento's opera. Yeah, question?
Wendy says, do you deliver via GoDaddy?
GoDaddy? Yeah, it's a little expensive. Sorry. Out of state cost a lot, but I probably could ship this pasta. Maybe I will ship some pasta. Anyhow, try it at home. Come on, that's why I'm here. That was not hard. You guys have all those ingredients, and you can make whatever you want on your own sauce. So enjoy your pasta. Please give it a try. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on Friday, State Fair Food, right before Joe, Bob, and Darcy take the last drive-in season 2. So make sure you're here Friday at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 Eastern time. I will see you then. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Happy Sunday.